Welcome to Modern Main Street. I'm Lisa Balthaser. This show is for local business owners who know the world is changing, who can feel the pressure of economic uncertainty, shifting consumer behavior, AI, automation, and an increasing competitive marketplace, and who understand that what it all means for their business. Every week, we will explore the forces reshaping local business from technology and marketing to economic operations, consumer psychology, and the future of work itself. But this isn't just another podcast about chasing the trends and collecting the tactics. It's about helping you understand what is changing, why it matters, how to position your business to thrive in a world that looks very different than it did just a few years ago. Because local businesses are more than companies, they're gathering places, they are community anchors, they are trusted relationships. They are part of the fabric that holds our communities together. And while the tools, technologies, and marketplaces may change, the need for strong local businesses never will. So, if you're ready to think differently, adapt faster, and build a business that is prepared for what's next, welcome to Modern Main Street. Let's dive in. So, today, we are talking about what smart business owners see coming. And this is Modern Main Street, episode 16. So, have you ever noticed that some business owners seem to adapt before everyone else? The truth is, they are not smarter. They don't have more resources. They aren't lucky. They simply recognize patterns. And I think I spoke about this before, the patterns that are out there that most business owners miss. Most businesses, most business failures don't happen because owners miss opportunities. They happen because owners miss the signals. Usually, business owners are buried in day to day and they just don't have the time or take the time to look for those signals. So the businesses that thrive over the next decade won't be the businesses that react the fastest. They'll be the businesses that see the change coming earliest. And the truth is that a lot of change is already happening. And we're going to talk about some of that today. Some of those changes that I've discussed many of these things before, but I really think that this is important for you to understand. And if you have not acted on these yet, you really need to take a minute and think about how this impacts your local business. So, the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the consumer has quietly changed. So nobody called out from the mountaintops. Nobody said, hey, we are changing. It just gradually happened over time. And there's many reasons for this. So you may be asking, and you probably felt what the changes, but you don't know how to identify it properly. So what exactly has changed? So consumers are more cautious with their spending. And a lot of that has to do with the economy and the uncertainty that's out there right now. Many of them are feeling the pinch. And you guys know this because you are feeling it too in your local business. So they are more cautious in their spending. And this is creating longer buying cycles. So somebody may have bought from you the first time they saw you, but now it's taking a lot longer for somebody to actually buy. They are increasingly researching before purchasing. So, what that means for your business is that they may not even get to your business because maybe they will research and you're not coming up in the searches for what it is that they need, which is something that you really need to understand right now because search is changing. So they are researching before purchasing. There's a lot lower trust in advertising. Uh, many years of the bro marketing and them buying from things that from people and businesses that didn't guarantee or they didn't follow through. There's such a low trust threshold right now, and this is not just with business, this is with everything. This is with the economy, this is with politics, this is everything, because consumers have been bombarded in every facet of their lives, and it lowered their trust. There is such a lack of trust. There's lack of trust with the medical system. There's lack of trust with the government. There's lack of trust in every facet of their lives. And this includes local businesses. And you may not have done anything to cause the lack of trust for your business, but it's just that there is a generalized lower trust threshold out there. So you have to earn trust like you never did before. Consumers also have a greater desire for certainty, and that is coupled with the lack of trust. They want to know that if they buy from you, that they are going to get what is promised. They want to receive what they expect and not have any surprises. And there's also a demand for convenience right now, with people having a lot less time, a lot less energy to put into things. But I want you to really understand that consumers are not buying less, they're just buying differently. And this is what you need to understand. Trust is replacing attention. So gone are the days of posting everywhere, being seen, being found, post going viral, and you make lots of sales. That's probably not going to happen today. As a matter of fact, very few people are actually going viral, even big name companies. So trust is replacing the attention. You have to earn the trust, build those relationships, which is the second thing that is changing right now. Relationships are replacing transactions. Gone are the days of the transactional relationship. Now people want to know who they're buying from. They want to be able to trust you. So you need to spend time building those relationships and really maintaining those relationships with your business. And that leads me into the third thing that's happening right now is that familiarity is becoming more valuable. Familiarity is becoming more valuable, and that is because when they are familiar with you, they feel that they can trust you. They know what you're all about. Okay? And that leads into reputation. Reputation matters a lot more than visibility today. You can be visible all over the place, but maybe your reputation isn't like the guy down the street. If the guy down the street has a better reputation, okay, but less dollars spent in advertising and but guarantees and does the same thing as you, people are going to go with the one that has the best reputation. So reputation is really something that matters right now, which is one of the reasons why I actually help my clients with their reputation management, and getting those reviews and things like that, because it is so critically important. And I know that you guys know that, but I can guarantee you that most of you do not have systems in place for getting those testimonials, those reviews on a regular basis. Okay. So the businesses that are still operating in the 2019 assumptions are solving yesterday's problems. Okay. Because it is a brand new world out there, it is a brand new marketplace. And you need to understand the changes and what you need to do to shift into the new marketplace so that you can be ahead of your competitors. So, right now, the attention economy is still happening a little bit. It's still going on, but it is maturing and it is changing and turning into something else. For years, businesses believed that attention solved everything. Get the viral post, get the viral video, pay lots of dollars to get your ads seen, get more followers, get more clicks, get more views. But attention has become abundant. The marketplace is flooded and consumers are overwhelmed. Trust remains scarce. And let's talk about some of the things that are affecting trust right now. So for many of you, you go online just like everybody else. There's a lot of AI generated content. There's an explosion of it out there. Now, I'm not going to lie, I use AI for many things in my business. It's actually my business advisor. But when I come online and I talk to you guys, it is all me, okay? It is not an AI generated image of me that's doing the talking. And I can't see where I would ever do that, but some people are. So you just don't know if what you're seeing is real these days. Now, there's a lot of videos out there that are AI generated, and they can be quite good. But here's the thing. You need to know that the person that you are buying from can actually do what it says. Okay? What that AI video says, can they do it? You don't know until you have a real relationship with a real person. There's also content saturation right now. There's content everywhere. It's very hard to compete in news feeds these days. On some of the major platforms, there's a lot of content that never is seen anymore. It's very hard to get seen on some of the platforms these days because there's just so much content, and a lot of it is AI generated. There's also social media fatigue. And you've heard of people that are leaving some of the platforms. They're just so tired of it, over it. Some of the platforms are known for being too politicized. Some of the platforms are known for being, for people complaining, and people just are so exhausted. And there's also audience skepticism going on today because they've been there, done that. They've seen it. They've been lied to. They've been scammed. How many times do you have somebody come into your inbox promising you the world? So today, if anybody and everybody can create content, what becomes valuable? That is a really important question. And the answer is all the things that we've talked about. Credibility is important. You have to show that you can do what you say you do. You have to be a credible and reliable source that educates your audience. You need to show up consistently. I can't talk today. Sorry, guys. You have to show up consistently. You need to regularly show up, not show up every day for 2 weeks and then disappear for 2 months and then come back. People don't trust that. You need to show up consistently. You need to have expertise in what it is that you do. And you have to spend time building relationships like never before. Because relationships today are so much more important than they were even just a few years ago. The future belongs to businesses that people believe, not businesses that people notice. There's a difference. So that leads me into the economy that we are in now. So we had the attention economy and we are into the trust economy, the rise of the trust economy. That has been happening over the past couple years, I would say. But why is trust so important? Why is trust becoming the ultimate competitive advantage? There's many reasons for that. Some of them I mentioned already, so we'll go into them again. The one thing is economic uncertainty. Economic uncertainty that creates the need for trust. When economic conditions, people don't know what's going to happen, people are scared, people don't know what to do, they don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. They need someone they can trust. And when you spend the time building trust with your audience, that person is you. There's a lot of consumer caution out there. How many times do you turn on the TV or you turn on the radio or you turn on you check your feed or your news feed and you find out somebody's been scammed? It's everywhere. It's so prevalent right now, and AI makes that all too easy. So consumers are very cautious. And there's also decision fatigue. Think about when you think about the algorithms, okay? So when you go out there and you search, so I use roofing as an example a lot in my podcast. And I'm going to use that as an example again because it's something that I am familiar with. So, say you're out there and you're shopping for a new roof and you do a search on roofs, okay? And you find a couple people that you want to contact. You narrowed it down, but now what's happening is every time you turn your phone on, every time you turn your computer on, there's an ad for somebody else. What do you do? There's too many decisions to make. And that causes decision fatigue. And there's also information overload, which kind of goes along with that. You can find anything out today. You can ask AI, you can ask Google, and you can find anything out. There's so much information out there. You have to create the trust, because anybody can quote something over here or quote something over here, but you need to know who really knows it. Consumers are increasingly seeking stability, predictability, transparency, and expertise. These are the things that are going to drive their buying decisions because they know that they can trust it. So some examples of that would be a trusted local service provider or an established community business. After all, many local businesses are community anchors. I remember as a child, they were gathering places. There was one place when I was a teenager, we stopped after school every single day. Not just me, but tons of kids from my school stopped there every single day and bought something. They are gathering places. So if you are a community business, if you are established in your community, you welcome the community. You can say when somebody comes in the door, hey, Joe, I have a new whatever it is over here that I think you might like, because you understand who is in your community and what they like and what their needs are. Businesses that educate rather than sell will do far better than those that are just selling without building that education factor into it. Educating your audience on what you do, educating them on some of the processes, educating them on maybe the materials you use. There's a lot of education that is available to your business, no matter what you do. And if you're not sure, reach out to me, because I can help you to come up with some things that you can educate your audience on. But trust is becoming the infrastructure underneath every successful business today. The business models winning next are going to pay attention to certain things. They are going to notice the things that are changing and the things that need to change within their businesses. Winning business models include recurring revenue. And I've written several Substack articles on some of these topics. So you can go check me out on Substack. I have articles there that can help you and actually lay out some of the processes and are basically checklists to really help you to really upgrade your business. So winning business models include recurring revenue. So critically important today, because it is so much easier to create recurring revenue from a client that already exists than to go find a new one. It's a lot easier. Memberships help you to build that trust and help you to build that relationship. Retainers. Now, this is one that I recently wrote an article on for recurring revenue model. There are many things that you can do. I don't care what kind of business that you have, but there are many types of retainers that you can do. Retainers work really well for lawyers, accountants, things like that. But memberships, and they're very similar. Memberships and service subscriptions, which is the next thing I wanted to talk about, can work well for, say, a contractor. Say you have a service subscription, they get a once a year review, or once a year you go out and you give them a once over on a certain thing in their home, that specific thing that you take care of. Community-driven businesses are winning today because they take the time to know the community, build relationships with their community, and build the trust necessary to make the sales. And educational businesses are doing well because that establishes trust. And ecosystem businesses are doing well because it creates the environment that your client is looking for. This is why one-time transaction businesses face increasing pressure today. So if you are not doing these things, you are probably really feeling the pressure. Many one transaction, goodness gracious, I can't talk today. Many one transaction businesses are sinking right now, fast. They are losing customers daily. The most valuable customer is no longer the next customer. It is the customer you already have. Remember, that's why you want to create the membership, the retainer, the service subscription, the recurring revenue model. The most valuable customer is the one you already have. And many local business owners, after the transaction happens, forget about the customer. That is your most valuable customer. The future belongs to businesses that create continuity with those customers. That is figuring out a way for them to continue working with you. It's not about creating complexity in your business. No one wants that. Simplicity, though, is becoming a competitive advantage. Today, businesses are becoming way too complicated. And many of you are feeling it. You're overwhelmed. There's too many tools. You have too many offers, too many platforms to be on, and way too many priorities. Smart business owners are simplifying their operations right now. They are reducing that complexity, clarifying their position, and streamlining customer journeys. Complexity creates friction, and simplicity creates scale. It allows you to scale. So some of the things that help you create simplicity in your business, and I know some of you may see this as not simplistic, but it actually is. Okay. And I want to talk about these things with you today. So, simplicity is created by leveraging automation, AI tools, and leveraging systems and processes. And I know a lot of you, when you hear some of those things, when you hear automation, when you hear AI tools or systems and processes, you may feel stressed out, and that's okay. One of the things I help my clients create in their businesses is systems and processes, automation. And I show them how to properly use AI tools, because when you do those things, you can streamline many things in your business, from sales to marketing to operations to customer service. And it's critically important for you to do that, because streamlining them, putting the automation in there, using the AI tools effectively and efficiently, not to replace you, but to assist you, and leveraging systems and processes will help remove a lot of the burden from you, which is what many of you are feeling the burden of right now. So I want to talk about how the market shift is actually, or could actually be, an advantage for local businesses. And nobody's talking about it. Everybody talks about the how, but nobody's talking about how there is a local advantage because of these changes. And it's kind of unexpected, because you're used to having to compete with the big stores, with the companies that have thousands and thousands of dollars to spend on advertising, and maybe you don't. But here's what's happening in the marketplace right now that allows you as a local business owner to really compete in the marketplace. Consumers are increasingly craving human connection, community, familiarity, and real, genuine relationships. And all of those things are so much easier for you as a local business owner than for a large corporate entity to create. People get to personally know you in your community. You can't know the big company. This is a real advantage right now because it creates local trust in you, in your business. It shows community leadership. It puts you in the community as a leader in your community. Helps you to build those relationships and creates relationship capital. And also allows you to show off your expertise. So while all of this is happening, I know some of you are scared by a lot of the changes, and there's a real fear out there for local business owners that nobody's talking about. But I'm here to tell you that it's okay to feel the fear. Technology may actually increase the value of local businesses because you can compete on the trust factor a lot better than a large corporation. As digital becomes more automated, human connection becomes more and more valuable. And that is the one component that you, as a local business owner, can do a lot better than a corporate entity. The more digital the world becomes, the more valuable authentic local relationships become. And you can create those. I can show you how. So here's what smart business owners are doing right now. Smart business owner, and I'm doing all of these things right now. So this is something that was shown to me a while back, and I am actually implementing this and helping my clients with this today. So smart business owners are building trust assets. What's a trust asset, you may be asking? It is an authority piece of content. It is a how-to video. It's all the things that show your audience that they can trust you because you're giving them something of value. Smart business owners are also strengthening customer retention right now. I wrote a few articles recently on Substack specifically talking about retention and recurring revenue because it is critical right now. It's a lot easier to retain a client that already trusts you than to go find one and get them to trust you. Think about that. Smart business owners are also developing recurring revenue. And there, like I said, I mentioned several things that you could do within your business. And like I said, if you can't think of anything that you can do to create that recurring revenue, let's have a conversation, please, because I can help you think of some ideas. I want you to have that recurring revenue. Smart business owners are also investing in systems. And this is where, when I say automation and systems and processes, they kind of go together. So automation and systems and processes may make some of you cringe, may make some of you, feel a lot of fear because it's a lot of technology. But I assure you, I can help you set up those systems and they pretty much run by themselves. And I could even maintain them for you. Or I can show you how. It's not hard. The initial investment is usually what people fear, and that's the actual setting them up. Because it does take a while, and there's many systems that can be set up in your business, but investing in systems frees you up to do all the other things that you wanted to do in your business and to actually be able to take a vacation. Systems also help improve operational efficiency, which is another thing. I just wrote an article that's going to be published, I think, tomorrow. And it was about creating that operational efficiency. And it is critically important to be able to do that because the operational efficiency and investing in systems are the things that are going to remove you from the business operations and free up your time so that you can actually grow the business. One other thing, I have two other things that I wanted to talk about here that smart business owners are doing right now. One is becoming known for something specific. Remember, simplicity is an asset right now. Be known for one thing, not 25. You will still get customers for those other things, but if you become known for one thing, people will send people to you. It's a lot easier for people to refer. And another thing that smart business owners are doing right now is building community around your business. And this is something that, I want to talk for service-based providers, such as, say, if you have an accounting firm or a law firm. Building community could look something like holding educational seminars. You're inviting the community in and you're giving them free education. You're helping them with something. And the next time they need that legal service or that accounting service that you provide, who are they going to think of? They're going to think of you. They're going to trust you because you built that relationship with them. The point is, do not chase every trend. I know many of you have done that in the past. This is working for your competitor, so you try it. But don't chase every trend. Understand the forces that are creating the trends. And that's where you have the competitive edge. The future rewards preparation. The biggest opportunities rarely appear obvious. They appear as small signals. The smartest business owners are not fortune tellers. They are observers. They pay attention. They recognize patterns and they adapt early. That can be you. Most people, though, wait for change to become obvious. By then, the advantage is gone. Small business owners prepare while everyone else is debating whether the change is real. I assure you, the change is real right now. It's already happening. And if you haven't started adapting, you are behind. You're already behind. So I invite you to, like I said, there are several points in here when I invited you to a call. And if you don't want to get on a call with me, that's fine. I want you to succeed as a local business owner. And this podcast exists for you, to help you, to give you the tips, to give you the insight necessary that a lot of people are just not talking about. It's not about marketing tactics. It's about doing the things, and that includes marketing, doing the things that are going to move your business forward in the economy that exists right now. In this new economy, you do need to change your perspective on how you run your business. So if you want to stay ahead of the game, subscribe to the podcast, Modern Main Street, or you can join my school community, the local growth hub, and continue learning how to position your business for the future rather than simply reacting to the present. So, guys, I hope I provided some insight today and provided some ways that you can really improve your bottom line, your revenue right now. Maybe some retention ideas, maybe some subscription ideas. And like I said, if you don't have any, schedule a call with me. Let's talk. But I do want you to grow your local business. And I really care about local businesses because I have such fond memories of the local businesses that were in my community growing up. And it would be really sad to see local businesses disappear. So my journey and my mission here is to really help local business owners to be able to succeed in the new economy. So I want to thank you today for listening to this podcast. And like I said, if you want to continue to learn and stay ahead of the game, subscribe. Thank you for listening today.